Hey everybody, welcome back to our Knightquest the Crusade ongoing coverage of the Crusade here. This will be part 8, even though the reading order is just all out of whack, so I'm not really sure where we are in the storyline. But this is going to be Shadow of the Bat number 20, which is part 2 of the Tallyman story. Part 1 was right over here in Shadow of the Bat 19, and it's pretty much the same creative team as 19. You've got Alan Grant, the writer, Vince Guarino, the artists, Andrina Roy, who did just about every coloring on every Bat book. I wonder how many books a month she covered. She's awesome. As the colorist, and awesome Brian Stetzfried's cover. They kind of go together. Pretty awesome. 19 ended with Batman here falling off the roof, being shot by the Tallyman, and so 20 takes off right where that one left off. So it actually, you have to turn the page here for it, and you've got sort of this page spread. And at first I thought the whole book would be this way, but it's just these 2 pages. And Batman's falling off the roof, and Tallyman kind of thinks, oh, I got him, crosses Batman off his list. But Batman, with these like special claws he's got now, is able to hang on to the side of the building, pops his arm out of his socket, but continues on. And then you get a little bit of a flashback here of Tallyman thinking about his origin. So you don't get the whole thing. You get little bits and pieces as the story progresses of Tallyman's origin. And Tallyman is such an Alan Grant character. It's story goes that Alan Grant didn't really know Batman's characters and all the villains, so he would just make up his own villains. And so this is very similar to what we would see. And he's drawn it very exaggerated, but he's like with his arm and stuff like that. But I think that's just the artist's style. I don't think he's supposed to be a meta or anything like that. Really like the way how, I guess, Vince Guarino, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, draws Batman. Some of his other stuff gets a little too exaggerated. He's trying to be a little too Image Comics. But here we got Tallyman. He keeps shooting Batman, shoots him right in the shoulder. Batman just takes a licking and keeps on ticking, so to speak. And some of these pages here, we just kind of got some typical fight scenes here. Here you can see on this ad that even when we had As-Bats, we still had classic Batman stuff coming out. And then Andrina Roy does this cool thing where all the flashbacks of Tallyman's origin are in pink, and we get that Tallyman, as a little kid, his mom owed a lot of money to, quote-unquote, the Tallyman to pay for their father's debts, even though their father was dead. And then the Tallyman comes to collect and smacks Tallyman, the new Tallyman's mother, for buying a doll for the little girl. So Tallyman can't take it and takes some kind of, like, I guess, poker for a fire or something, and beats the heck out of the Tallyman that they owe money to. And then he adopts, I guess, the name Tallyman based on this. And so then we go back to some fighting. We see Tallyman as a kid in juvie hall. Tallyman, I don't know how many bullets he shoots at Batman, but it's ungodly amount. And then this scene here, Tallyman thinks he kills Batman, but it was just his cape under a barrel, and Batman was actually hiding under, it looks like some sand or dirt or something. I don't know why he's got, it's like a lion's mane around his head or something, and gets the drop on him. And actually Tallyman does pretty good. He almost knocks Batman out. Batman, look at that, bubbles above your head, you're knocked out. But as he's about to pass out, the system kicks in. Jean-Paul hears his father's voice and tells him he is Azrael. On your feet, Azrael. And I don't know how he does it, but he gets up, and here we see the story of Tallyman. It gets worse. He gets abused in juvie hall. He comes home to find his sister dead and his mother hanged, and I don't know if he did that or she did that or what. And honestly, I don't really care that much about Tallyman, so I'm like, whatever. And then we get some more fighting. There's a lot of action in this. Somehow a water tank drops on Tallyman, but that doesn't kill him. And then Batman gets up, and Tallyman is still coming after him. And they have another fight. So this is kind of a, I don't know, this issue was a whole lot of nothing, really. And Batman kind of says, I'm not Batman, I'm Azrael, because he realizes that Tallyman has thought that, gotten him confused with the Bruce Wayne Batman. So it's kind of weird to see him call himself Azrael. And then as Tallyman's down, he decides, no, I'm not going to kill him. But then you can see these bloody claws. He says, I'm dimly dimly I'm aware of metal on flesh, of fresh blood splurting, which is kind of gross. And then the cops show up. I think it's Harvey Bullock. I'm not sure. Maybe not. And then it looks like Bullock. That kind of looks like Bullock, right? I don't know if that's supposed to be Jim Gordon. I don't think so. But anyway, when they look at the tally man, they realize that Batman has like mutilated him some way, and he just thinks, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And as Jean-Paul kind of staggers away, he says, I don't believe I did that to another human being. And then you get a whole thing of like, is it the system? Did the system beat him? What's going on? And it ends, and it kind of leaves you hanging because you're like, well, what did Batman do to him? What did he do to his chest? And the tally man, we don't really see too much anymore after this. If I looked on the old interwebs here, I found out he does show up in Prodigal with Dick Grayson's Batman, and you do realize that what Jean-Paul did to him was kind of carve the bat symbol in his chest, and that's kind of all you see at Tallyman. It says in the novelization of one of these things here that he's killed, and that we saw him in Infinite Crisis #7, but I don't know. Tallyman, whatever. He's all right. He's not the best. Do I want to see more Tallyman? Not really. If they brought Tallyman back for an issue, I'd be okay with it. So, Tallyman, I'm kind of lukewarm water, just mediocre. So tell me what you think. You want to see more Tallyman, or is this enough Tallyman for the rest of your life? And I don't know. But anyway, and then they say, next issue, the shadow of the bat falls on Bruce Wayne as Knightquest the Search. So they get back to Knightquest the Search, and I noticed they didn't call him Paul at the end of this issue. So anyway, that's the Tallyman for you. I'll see you next time on Knightquest the Crusade, or the Search, or the Quest for More Money, or lots of different titles, or whatever they're calling it this week.